I'm gonna tell you, I'm starting to get real suspicious of whatever Trump is doing with Argentina. You already know that Trump has blown up the Chinese market for American soybeans, and now Argentina is sending their soybeans to China. And then we bailed out Argentina to the tune of $40 billion. Now look at this. Trump is suggesting that America is going to buy beef from Argentina to bring down prices for the American consumers. Yeah, American beef is high. You know why? Because there's a monopoly. But instead of addressing the monopoly, he's going to import beef from Argentina, who has already taken the American soybean market and has already been bailed out by the American taxpayers. So now we're blowing up the American beef market too? Trump has to be doing the bidding of another country to destroy America. There is no way you can make any of this make any sense.
You want to know how ridiculous the Republicans' position on this shutdown is? Well, Donald Trump is sending Argentina $40 billion to bail them out, which, by the way, Argentina has needed to be bailed out many, many times. And he has decided he's going to do that. That $40 billion is the cost of extending the ACA credits for 2 years, which means more people can have health insurance and more people can have health insurance that they can afford. And my question to Republicans is, why does Argentina deserve that money, but the American people don't? I'd love to hear what you have to say about that.
Everybody's wound up today because Trump says we're going to import all this beef from Argentina. We're going to lower our beef prices because the beef's too expensive here. And I thought I'd throw my 2 cents in. First of all, it's not really a new thing to import beef. We've imported beef in this country for a long time. What is new, however, is the government getting involved because of the prices and saying the beef prices are too high. We're going to make a deal. We're going to buy a bunch of beef from Argentina and we're going to undercut the American farmers and ranchers who are finally making some decent money. And that's just, it's a socialist mindset, if you ask me. That's not what I've grown up thinking as an American market, supply and demand. Where did that go?
Hey guys, welcome back again to the YouTube channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So a lot of Trump supporters are now freaking out on social media, especially the farmers for Trump. You guys know. So they have been crying for years, for ages, since this administration telling them to help them and bail them out, that some of them can no longer afford, to keep their farms afloat and all of that. But the government said they don't have money, okay, to give to, they don't have handout to give out. So now they're freaking out on the internet because they decided, okay, to bail out Argentina soybeans farmers instead of bailing them out. Like they are bailing out other countries instead of bailing them out. So there is money to give to another country, but there's no money to give to the farmers in the US. So some people said it's 20 billion, some people say it's 40, I don't know. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think in the comments as we watch together, because we're just going to watch people's reaction about this. It's really freaking a lot of people out right now, and they can no longer contain their anger right now, right? Well, let's take a look at some of the clips I gathered, then I'll come back with the commentary. Credit to all creators on this video. Let's go watch.
The Trump administration just bailed out Argentina $20 billion of taxpayer money for a loan to Argentina. What's happening in Argentina? The Argentinian economy works on both pesos and dollars, and every so often they run out of dollars. And normally the IMF is the one that bails them out, the International Monetary Fund. But for some reason, we're doing that now. And there's so many layers to this. The first thought is, where the fuck did you guys get $20 billion to be able to do this? Like, in the United States right now, we have the soybean farmers that are struggling, that haven't received any kind of bailout. In the month of November, people are not going to receive food stamps. They're not going to receive their SNAP benefits because of the federal government shutdown. There are like a billion better uses for this money that we could be, like programs that we could be funding, like universal pre-K or childcare or basically anything else. But no. What is doubly funny about this situation, I mean, it's not funny, haha. It's not funny, haha. But it's ironic is that not only is Trump screwing over the farmers because of the trade war, but he's screwing them over double because he's giving this money to Argentina. You know who China is buying the soybeans from instead of the United States? Argentina and Brazil. And it's just so funny because it's like, do you guys understand yet that this man doesn't give a fuck about you? He said he was going to do a 10 billion bailout to the farmers. Where's the proposal? Where's the money? And also, I would like to point out, like, the Republican Party is borderline schizophrenic when it comes to its policy. Like, are we doing America first or not? Because Americans are struggling in this country right now, economically, living paycheck to paycheck, and we're giving a $20 billion loan to a foreign country because, what's the interest? Because you want to combat China's influence in the region? Because the president is like MAGA? Bad reasons. Bad reasons. And it's not even like this is a long-term solution. Like, you give them the money, they're not going to pay it back. And on top of it, in the future, like, this is a cycle where they don't have enough American dollars, and so the country is put into economic crisis. Even for the America First people who are like with that agenda, this is not giving that at all. Like, you guys literally said that we needed to cut USAID because it's not like America's responsibility to be saving the world. And then you gave $20 billion to a foreign country because their economy is in crisis. So the literally starving children who were being helped by USAID, they weren't worth the American taxpayer money. That was a waste of money, according to Donald Trump and according to Elon Musk, right? The water sanitation programs, that was a waste of money. The HIV prevention programs, that was a waste of money. But when it comes to Argentina and their economic crisis, take that money right out of Americans' pockets to give it to that government. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? I heard an economist say on CBS, like, there is no economic rationale. Like, it's a geopolitical rationale. And it's just like, every day is a struggle with this fucking administration.
Hey there, MAGA. How you doing? Did y'all see this here? Thought it was America first, wasn't it? I thought we weren't supposed to be giving billions of dollars to other countries, except for, Israel, so they can keep blowing up brown children with our bombs. But aside from that, I thought we were supposed to be keeping all of our money for Americans. I mean, we're certainly keeping all of our soybeans for Americans, since they're now worthless because bankruptcy Benito decided to fuck up our biggest trade partner for them. Now they're buying them from Brazil and Argentina instead of American farmers. Those same American farmers that are now going bankrupt because all of you dumb motherfuckers have the economic literacy of a 10-year-old with a credit card and Toys R Us. Even though you pudding brain troglodytes saw how stupid tariffs were the last time you elected the dumbest thing to ever slip through a condom to the Oval Office. And now your little mango molester is giving this knob goblin $20 billion of our dollars to bail out Argentina's economy. The same Argentinian alt-right libertarian loser who just lifted tariffs on China so they could sell them 20 shiploads of their soybeans. So China can get the cheap soybeans that they used to buy from us. So what say you little toothless pedophile-loving cousin fuckers, huh? Where's that America First energy now? Just seems kind of strange after all that America First patriotic preaching bullshit, saying that we just couldn't afford to support American farmers with USAID because we were giving stuff away for free to starving children. We're now chomping at the bit to bail out Argentinian farmers. And for all you MAGA voting farmers, maybe you should go check out some farmland down there, because clearly the dipshit you dumbasses decided to vote for will take much better care of you if you're in Argentina. And don't worry about your property here. JD Vance is all ready with a nice low offer to pay pennies on the dollar for your bankrupt family farm. But hey, since conservatives have also crashed the economy so bad in Argentina too that they need an American bailout, I'm sure you can find some cheap land and it'll all work out.
The art of the deal. Convince those that you're screwing over that you're doing them a favor, so they'll just let you do it. He's letting your farms go into foreclosure while handing Argentina $40 billion. Then he's also buying beef from Argentina instead of you. U.S. farmers, you've been had. He doesn't give a about you.
So thousands of these farmers who wore their MAGA hats in public, put the signs in their trucks and in their farms, in their houses, wherever, are now the ones crying out because the same people they voted for have decided to bail out other people. Not other people in their country, but other people, other countries' farmers, like bail out another country instead of bailing them out. And they're like, is this a dream or something? Somebody wipe my face. Like, is this a dream or something? Are we actually dreaming, or this is actually real? Because somehow it became real to them, knowing fully well that the people that they put in office could actually, decide to bail out other people instead of bailing them out. And he's really freaking them the hell out. So for years, Trump promised America farmers that we would protect them, He told them he would fight, for them and all that. But now, as reports surface of Trump's new trade deal and financial aid to Argentina soybeans producers, the same farmers are realizing they have been played. These are the same farmers who suffered through Trump's trade, war in the first time, and still they voted for him again, believing that this time things are going to get much better, right? Back then, Trump tried to calm the storm by giving out bailout checks, temporary payment to farmers who lost money because of but many MAGA farmers defend him, saying at least he's helping us. They believe it was all part of bigger plan, but now that illusion is gone. Saying that they are not bailing them out, instead of deciding to bail out other country, then the whole thing that is covering, like a veil that is covering their face, defending, is gone. Although there's still a few like who still believe that miracle can be done, right? Well, somebody said reports show that Trump's new policy aimed at strengthening global trade relationship includes direct financial support and investment deals to boost, but imagine being a farmer in Iowa or Kansas, okay, watching your fields dry up, your crops rot, and your income collapse, only to hear that your tax dollars are being used to help farmers in another country grow their same crops you are struggling to sell. Is that not a betrayal? Plain and simple. Okay. And social media is filled with a lot of farmers who are angry, feeling betrayed, feeling played, and all of that. Okay, who are not like, are you kidding me? Like, we've been begging you for ages to help us out, but instead you decided to give the funding to other people, right? Well, Trump's trade, war wrecked the global soybean market, because now some countries have decided not to buy from US farmers, okay, especially soybean farmers who are now crying out that China is deciding to buy elsewhere instead of them because of the trade war that is going on, okay, and because of the tariff. Although some of them cheer the tariff, yeah, it makes us get more money, tariff, but it was after the election they started googling what tariff was. Like, they never knew what tariff was. Now that those countries have decided to buy from other countries instead of buying from them, they are going bankrupt. A lot of farms might end up going bankrupt. Not only that, the immigration policy also will speeding up their bankruptcy, because if you don't have farmers, you have farms, you have produce in the farm, but nobody to harvest them, nobody to do anything, then a lot of farmers might actually lose their farms at the end, right? Some of them might end up selling off their farms for pennies to bigger corporations and all that. Now, the whole China is deciding to buy soybean from other countries, and still, instead of the government to bail them out, they are bailing out other countries. So farmers are freaking, and many farmers are finally seeing that Trump's America First agenda was never about helping them. It was about helping himself. He made promises of prosperity, but delivered bankruptcy and broken farms. He talked about patriotism while cutting deals that hurt American agriculture. And what's worse, Argentina's soybeans farmers are now set to benefit, from lower export costs and new U.S. partnership, meaning they can sell their soybean cheaper and faster than American farmers can. In short, Trump's policies are giving Argentina the competitive edge the U.S. farmers once had. So what's next? More bankruptcies, more foreclosures, and more despair across rural America, who are mostly farmers, largely farmers. And these guys actually wore MAGA hats, put them in their farms, put them in their houses, put the MAGA what's it called? Flags everywhere in their cars. But somehow they might actually get bankrupt. I'm not actually laughing at them, because this is actually painful when you depend solely on the government to help you, and all of a sudden the people that you voted for, the people you help get into office, kind of got you played. It's actually very painful. But yeah, these guys actually did this to themselves, because people want them what was going to happen. But no, they said, you know what, we are still going to vote. Oh, he had all the interests at heart. He has he planned better for us and all of that. Anyway, let me know what you all think in the comment section. I would love to read from you. Credit to all creators on this video. Please consider liking and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Share this video, and see you all on my next. Bye, guys.